But the question is, I guess we could just go in order. Korea, Centiro, Mizin, then Lucian. Good Christmas. I hope everyone had a good time, nice time. Yay. Woohoo. I get, well, eat crazy food. Yeah, that's true. I didn't go through a different way, right? Ooh, I don't think I ever had Indian food. I want to try it. Oh my god, curry. A gas station. I see. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get fucking comfortable. I can tell, Odin. I can tell. Could I be assigned another instructor? Is this Car saying this because she wants to bang her superior? I can't quite handle someone like him. Like Sir Krius Castle Rock, I mean. No? What kind of are we talking about? I've been poked. Are they getting spicy? No way. Nope, we're good. He was just sleeping. He was just eeping. I guess this is one who sometimes, like, if I... Yes, I see your boop in my... Or Beadsum's nose. I guess that's one thing about, like, not having any of the voices all on and doing them all myself. Sometimes I'm like, what is the context of this noise? The because can be said or expressed many different ways. Oh, did I wake you? My apologies. My apologies. It's fine. I shouldn't be sleeping during work anyway. I'm a poor excuse for a Grand Commander. Were you trying to put a blanket on me just now? Thanks. God damn it, Odin. You work far too much. Not a single member would complain if you took time off for yourself. A good meal is perfect motivation. That party at your house was tonight, right? We have a whole house now? Not like that. Or just be by itself, I guess. Like what Odin's doing. Party at Car's house. Let's go. Yes, Maya and I have caused you no end of grief. So this is more of an apology than anything. Apology party, let's go! I asked Hugo and the others to come as well. I'm sure they'll help make it an enjoyable time. I can't wait then. Maya's cooking is incredible. I just wish I could have properly thanked her too, since none of this was her fault. I just can't really walk around much now. Why can't you walk around much now, Car? Why? Why? What is... Oh, she's just talking about... I thought, like, there was something, like, keeping her from, like, walking. Like, she's sore for some reason. But it's just because she's a fucking goddess's reincarnation and being out in public. Okay, that makes sense. My mind is pure. My mind is clean. Must be tough. Unfortunately, just about anyone caused a fuss if they saw the goddess's reincarnation running around. Tomorrow's paper will include an article denying that claim. I can only hope that it will help calm things down. There's no beauty. I do remember you talking that over with Tyr, now that you mention it. How exactly are you planning to convince everyone? You can use her status as a member of the Wings to explain away appearing on Garuda back. But what about making the Rose of Tranquil Time bloom? The Rose of Twinkle Time. You open the box of holy water. We're going with the illusion angle. Illusion, huh? Yes, we're leaning entirely on the distance between the podium and the audience and the bright sun that day. It was just a trick of the light. You think that'd be enough? Well, either way, there's still plenty to deal with. The commotion over the royal family hasn't calmed down much either. Yeah, I'll actually be meeting Prince Lucian later. I'm not sure what he needs from me, but if you've message for him, I can deliver it. You're meeting with Prince Lucian, eh? When's the meeting? Next weekend. I see. What you thinking, Chris? Are you jelly? There he goes again, lost in his own head. Because of the fucking Garuda is red now. Does that mean he actually feels shit like a normal person now? Because before he couldn't really feel much of anything. Car, I'm sick. I can't feel. Grand Commander has been acting odd recently. After entrusting my powers to Rune, I asked to be reinstated in the Wings of Garuda. Grand Commander Krias quickly approved the request and things are mostly back to normal. Mostly, except for the Grand Commander's behavior. He'd be smiling one moment and sighing the next, or he'd suddenly lose himself in thought like this. This must be my fault. Anyone would be on edge if they had someone as incomprehensible as a goddess's reincarnation as a subordinate. I need to be honest with him. Me. Pure thoughts. Pure thoughts, pure thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts. Maybe some light sword play will help me relax. Car, you come with. Get to here. He's wishy. Grand Commander! Yeah? Though my relationship with the goddess may have led to some understandable bewilderment on your part, I am an ordinary human. I can't use my fatal rewind anymore. I may have memories from when I was a goddess now, but it's not enough to affect my personality. I'm still Carl Lizelle. Why are you looking at me like I've sprouted another head? Is my explanation not good enough? Does Azrael have holy water? That's not... I'm just surprised, is all. You aren't usually the type to get into someone's personal space when you talk. Oh no, the romantic music. He has a lot of things, fair enough. I realize this about myself. If I'm like playing these otomes alone, like playing it, or any kind of visual novel alone and a romantic scene comes on, I'm like, ah, yay, like squealing, kicking my feet and shit. But if I'm like trying to stream it, or like act about myself, I get really embarrassed and kind of make a joke out of it. Or something like that. I realized that about myself. It's like, girl, lock in. You're ruining the mood. But like, I don't know about it. Oh, there is a lot of good romance stories. Sorry for the crunchies I've got. Chex Mix? Yeah, Chex Mix. It's like my brain like conked out for a second. I was like, Trail Mix? No, it's not Trail Mix. Chex Mix. You never even let me get a good look at you when you first joined. It took some time before you were able to look at me in the eye while you spoke. Okay. There we go. Oh, that was at the very beginning. She was like, I can't deal with him. You even tried to get another instructor because you didn't know how to deal with me. Lordy. Putting distance between us again? What a shame. This is your fault. What is? You started it. You took my hand and came in close, stood behind me and kissed the top of my head and hugged me and wouldn't let go. He's like, I don't remember shit. That was a whole different version of me, man. This did not happen. It was a completely different timeline, babe. Oh, wait, that just reminded me of something. I don't know why this reminded me of something, but somehow this reminded me of the fact I have to give my cat Prozac. Oops. I don't... Yeah, it's like you didn't believe this, but in another timeline, we totally did all this stuff together, and like we were very romantic and lovey-dovey, and we had smoochies a lot and stuff. And yeah, I know you don't really know me as much now, but yeah, I'll be like, well, of course, you know, in this case, like she's actually the goddess reincarnation, had the fetal rewind, so we know it's legit. We'll be like, you crazy bitch, what the fuck? You going through some kind of psychosis? Oh, lordy. There we go. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I actually need to be right back because I forgot that I need to give my cat his medicine. Wish me luck. He doesn't like it. It's like you take a little pill, which is like one Prozac is split into 3 parts. You just take one part, gotta get his mouth open and throw it in there. And he goes, ah! He's not happy. But he needs his meds. He takes the same meds as me. It's great. Y'all can look at Krius being all blushy. There you go. The medicine was deployed successfully. He took it like a champ. He wasn't happy, but he took it like a champ. Again, it's just so amusing to me that me and one of my cats are on the same medication. We're both on Prozac. Why is he nutting? He's nutting because our girl is like telling him all these memories of them together. And he doesn't remember any of it because it was a completely different timeline. It's like, what the fuck? Why is she sick? Okay, Car. I see. She roofied him? What? Even whispered in my ear with this nice, soft voice. You completely worked my idea of what a reasonable personal space is. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm speaking of a very different Grand Commander. It has nothing to do with the person you are now. Have I made you feel uncomfortable? So I am wondering how it'll turn out for Tyr, because he's the one that had the least amount of interaction with her out of anyone, and probably, besides on his route, his specific route, he probably has like the least amount of feelings for her. Like, she's like, oh, there she is, or whatever. She's just a girl. I mean, well, now she's like the reincarnation of the goddess or whatever, and I'm gonna serve her with my life and everything, but it's not like I love her or anything, like I did in a previous timeline, but I don't know. Have I made you feel uncomfortable? I think I would be a little uncomfortable. Telling me all this stuff I did, but I don't even remember. It hasn't even happened in, like, this universe. Yeah! And he's being a tsundere. Yeah, that made me a little bit uncomfy. Appreciate the honesty, Chris. I'm gonna check to see if my door is locked. I like it. Like, this game is safe for work and everything. I'm just making sure. God damn it, Odin. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'll return with a proper written apology momentarily. Go get a Wendy's, bitch. Just for why? Why specifically a Wendy's? A written apology. Fair enough. That's a good point, Odin. A very good point. Hey, Landon. Okay, yeah, so all of them are just in our house now. Which I was under the impression there wasn't a lot of room. You can go with Wendy's. Eating ice cream? Nice. What? Damn cold, Max. What flavor is it? What, of ice cream? Well, it's time for us to formally start the Welcome Home Maya party! Banana. Banana. Banana, terracotta pie? I don't know.
Actually, is that what this party was for? I am, of course, happy to see Maya again, but...
I like comedic physical violence. Fair enough. Very slapstick of you. Oh, the banana... I did not know they made drumstick banana fudge flavor. But I love the drumsticks with caramel in them. That was a microphone. I thought this was mostly to welcome Car back into the wings. Or Strawberry too? Really? You know what? This might be a controversial take from me, but strawberry flavored ice cream and like a lot of strawberry flavored pastry. No, not pastry. Like, I guess some pastries, except for like pie or stuff where there's actual fruit in it. I'm not a fan. Same for blueberries. I hate blueberry flavored things. Yes, you did. I thought this was mostly to welcome Car back into the wings. How many bikes do you have access to? I don't mind either way. Maya, girl. You should mind. You are the star of this party, my lady. Am I? I'm happier than anyone here that you're back, so I actually thought it was a good idea. Cause like, you know, you forgive me for the whole pulling my knife out on you and saying if you don't leave right now that I was gonna kill you. We good? We good, Maya? I love you. I love you, Maya. My lady. You got her blushing. Damn you, car. Stop hitting on Maya.
Thou so
Jealous? Yes, I want a route with Maya.
jealous, Landon. Though much has happened, everyone's hard work has brought it all to a close. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
I don't know. Again, fair enough. Your cooking is incredible, Maya. Especially this meat. It's so tender. Isn't it wonderful? My lady made it herself. Oh, we can cook. Uh-huh. I didn't picture her as the cooking type. She's been teaching me lately. I can't have Maya take care of me forever. I need to be able to live on my own. Maya always enjoys cooking, but today she was positively beaming. Her smile was always on my clumsy movements as she adroitly used her brand new knife. Legally, this is a joke, but same. In speeding. Sometimes. I'm thankful to the Grand Commander's advice. I may not know much about clothing or cosmetics, but I know a good blade when I see one. Oh yeah! That is fair, Odin. That's right, because way back then, she's like, I'm looking for a gift to show Maya how much I appreciate her. And he's like, well, you know her better than anyone. So, yeah. So, yeah, she got her a knife. That's nice. I'm so glad I was finally able to give it to her. What's wrong, Car? I'm happy. I had given up once. I was weary of the killing and tired of being killed, so I cut off everyone I loved. That I can sit here and enjoy a meal with those people now feels like a dream, but a part of me is still terrified. The Grand Commander's hand patting against my back pulls me out of my thoughts. You've earned this happiness with your own two hands. There's nothing to be afraid of. I know.
I still can't quite believe what I saw. Who would have expected a Garuda to come flying in the middle of Prince Lucian's speech? You had mentioned it was all an act, right? You wanted to make sure Prince Lucian's speech succeeded?
Yeah, that's about right.
And Prince Lucian himself asked that of you. Was that because you're from a noble family?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been more surprised. Did he leave the wings to help His Royal Highness?
That was a special mission. His Royal Highness needed someone to help him in secret, and I recommended her for the job. No, we're not on Lucian's route. We finished his. We unlocked the final chapters for all of our love interests. So this is like her happy ending with this one, and her happy ending with this one, and her happy ending with this one. And we're starting off with Kriya's.
Smoochies! Hey, Ion!
Not yet, but I think we're gonna get some. We're in Creus's final chapter.
Okay.
Ah, that certainly makes sense.
A special mission. How cool.
Same, Ion's hacker, same. Thanks to the Grand Commander's help, the breath I've been holding comes out in a relieved sigh. Oh, his plate's empty. Suppose it's hard to get seconds from over here. Hell yeah, Odin. Based. Here you are, sir. You got some for me? Thanks. Pardon me. What? His finger brushes by my cheek. Ah, you had some powder on your cheek, of course. Thank you? This guy knows exactly what he's doing. He doesn't riz accidentally, like Carr. He rizzes on purpose. And usually to get donations for the Wings of Garuda from other women. What's wrong, Mitch? Do you still have questions about what happened?
I sense an inappropriate relationship between an underling and her superior. I definitely have questions, but I'm not foolish enough to throw myself into the thorns. So I'll keep those questions to myself.
You know, I feel like I've been seeing hearts around Grand Commander Creus and Carr lately. Are you dating? Or like you two, like in Tomodachi Life, and you're dating and there's like little hearts that would y'all spend time together? That's really cute. Oh my god. It's almost 2026. You know what 2026 means? Tomodachi Life 3. I mean, I know people have been saying Tomodachi Life 2, but technically it's not. Okie dokie. I shall. Ion, I shall. I said, this banana flavor tastes funny because I don't like chocolate in it. Yes, Shroomy. There is plenty of room for interpretation. Very much so. You can't just ask that, bro.
I forgot about the fool in the room.
Landon, you shouldn't just ask them outright. Why not? It's not like they're denying it. So how about it, Carr?
Of course not. That's a silly idea.
Your defenses are crumbling around you. Did I hit a bullseye? I look over to the Grand Commander. He simply sips at his wine with a feigned ignorance.
Why won't you help me out this time?
If you won't answer, then I'll just have to ask the Grand Commander. What say you, Grand Commander Creus? About what? It's a secret weapon. That boy's smile is said to have made many women his prisoner. It's the kind of skill every man wants to acquire. Carr, don't tell me you're a victim too. The table shakes. Now the epicenter of the movement is a fork stabbed right into the wood. Landon Woolley. Last names are weird.
Maya!
Landon, continue with your slander and I'll happily turn you into tonight's main dish. Oh, Maya.
I doubt he'd be easy to work with, so I save yourself the trouble.
I'm sorry. I'll give him a proper scolding. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I'll give him a proper scolding later. That was close. Like, you look like that. I'm tired of this shit. Despite the hiccup, dinner continues with the same jovial atmosphere as before. Oh no!
I wasn't straight this whole time. You got flashbanged by a tricycle? Oh, ads. I don't want to go back and do what I did now, so I'm going to start recording. And remind future B that get the shit that was before. This isn't all of it. Come on, you can do it. You're gonna start recording? Okay, cool. Sibby, you stupid bitch, go back and download the fucking VOD so you can have the first part of this. Okay. It was like 50 minutes in and I forgot to freaking start recording, my bad. That's with that whole, hi, I'm Sibby, you can call me B. Welcome back to the Tempest. Since dinner and dessert is done with, I think I'll take my leave before it gets to be much later. Thank you for inviting me here tonight, Car, Maya. That was so good, thank you.
Landon, why are you crying?
Because I have to leave heaven behind now. She is angry.
I love Maya.
What happened? I just remember I forgot to start recording. Which isn't, I guess, like the big deal because, you know, there's going to be a VOD. But, damn. I usually forget to download my VOD, so, like, I like to record just in case. So, like, damn it. I apologize for the ruckus. I'll see them to the door, Maya. Yes, my lady. Thanks again for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow, Car. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Oh, hi, Korea. Why did you, like, slowly fade in? Like, slowly materialize. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come today. Come today, Grand Commander. Make sure you properly rest tonight. He's a thought. And thank you for inviting me. I'm glad I came. I didn't think I'd get to try some of your home cooking. I'm glad I got to do this after my illness was cured. So now I have feelings and shit, ain't that neat? Grand Commander Krios has spent most of his life robbed of various senses. Saving Huma gave him the red feathers he needed for his medicine. I wasn't sure what to think of the advice you gave me about Huma right before you left. But you saved her. Thank you, again. Only saved her because you trusted me. I'd never even touched a Garuda before, but you chose to believe me. Believe in me. I never considered the opposite, though. It's not yaoi! Oh. Bling, bling. It is not yaoi. It is not Yuri. It's, oh no. Hetero. Never considered the opposite, though. You're always someone to really... You can ship... I know, right? Whoa, my mind is blown. OMG, turns out Krios... kind of curses. Turns out this whole time Krios was just a butch lesbian. I never considered the opposite, though. You're always someone who really listened to what I had to say despite everything. I can cook too, you know. I hope I can return the favor. Thank you. But here. What's this? My written apology. Of course she actually did it. You actually wrote one? I guess you would. You never were one for jokes. Well, you filled up the page. Did I make things awkward? I did make things awkward after all. Anyone would be uncomfortable with being blamed for things they have no memory of committing. That's not right, Car. I'm not sure what led me to hugging or kissing you, and I obviously don't remember. But I can still clearly imagine how I must have felt to do those things to you. There's still something you haven't told me, right? How? I told you I loved you, didn't I? I knew it. Were we dating at some point? No, that never happened. You kind of faded out of existence. I see. So it was one-sided. When you told me about the fatal rewinds, you only ever discussed the trials or the Garudas. Why didn't you talk about my feelings? These feelings are weird, man. How could I? If I just came out and said that you confessed to me, your lack of memories will only make things awkward. Like they did today. Car, I don't feel awkward about this. If anything, I'm jealous of myself. Damn, past me had Riz. Other time my me had Riz. The person I am now is just as smitten with you. Let's go! Yeah, this has been bothering me for a while. I feel better now that I've actually said it out loud. I love you. I want you to be with me, now and forever. I haven't done anything to make you feel that way. Done anything? I guess I can see where you're coming from. Not at once. That's why there are different chapters. This is like if you... 5 different... Because this is what happens if you choose Creus out of them. And then the next one is like if you chose this one. Or if you chose this one. It's not going to be at once. So I'm going to turn off my... Yeah. Though they did actually joke about it. I'm surprised. She's with like her and her goddess self. She was like, oh yeah, I wouldn't do all of this with all these men. And Car was like, are you suggesting I get 5 boyfriends? And she's like, that should be fun. Done anything. I guess I can see where you're coming from. But as it turns out, I do have memories. Memories of when you were using your fatal rewind. Dang, she's into it. What? Would you go out with me if that were true? That lie is absolutely terrible for my heart. Sorry about that. I'm pretty desperate here. So how about it? Do you think about dating me if I had the memories? I mean, if you have the memories. Yeah. Confirming his suspicions probably hurts more than denying them, yet all I could do was nod. I love the Grand Commander. Talking with him like this just makes his feelings all the more plain to me. I love him. Sorry, Lucian. Sorry, Zen. I guess Tyr doesn't really care. But I haven't done anything worth those feelings for the man before me now, and... Yeah, he was fade whoosh. I'm chasing after the version of him from my memories. From before my fatal rewind. I'm pathetic. I see. Yeah, she's a redhead, and I love her. Good. Why? This'll all be solved if you just let me know about what happened before. And in more detail. I want all the details. But you're 2 different people. And yet still very much the same. I know that even if the same thing were to happen again, I'll still choose to protect you. Oh. Oh, there's gonna there's gonna be smooches. There's gonna be smooches. I'm gonna have to screenshot it for Ion. Grand Commander. Tell me, Car, what happened between us? But I guess that since this one, the sad love ends is not canon, but woo, howdy, his sad love end was kind of spicy, not gonna lie. What did I tell you, and how did you respond? I want you to tell me everything that happened, even if it takes some time to get through it all. And when you're finished... Look at her face! Look at her face! Ah! I love her. But, yeah, we gotta hold her. It's like, gasp. I love you even more than I do now. And you PFP for another time. Flustered Car, hell yeah. Grand Commander. I'm not letting this go, Car. If I do, I have to face the idea I can't make you happy. I doubt I wanted to give up back then either. I may have died in the middle of it all. I'm sure I still dreamed of my future with you. Yeah, this is the first time I ever really felt like living. Am I in this ending you speak of? Of course you are. Oh, yeah, that, yeah. I'll make it something worth waiting for. Will you share your future with me? Yeah. Imagine they gave you a choice there and you're like, nah. Where's Lucian? Yes. There we go. You're finally honest with me. I'm sorry. Well, I apologize. I'm just happy to hear how you feel. And since you're being so honest, why did you try to get me removed as your instructor 7 years ago? I didn't like your smile. You know what? Never mind. I was a fool for thinking it was something cute. Like you were all embarrassed because you looked up to me. I really, really hated your smile. Again? Your smile was as bright as the sun. I could feel how hopeless I was for not being able to return it with a smile of my own. I couldn't bear it. So I took my frustrations out on you. I'm sorry. Well, you were only 11 at the time. Add puberty to everything else you had going on, I can't really blame you. Depression, expression, woo! And I guess all of his smiles at that point were pretty disingenuous because of his feelings, weird shit. Like, Evelina had the same thing he did, and she's like, I punished you. I basically tortured you because your suffering was the only time I felt anything to an emotion. Or something. What about now? I love it. And I love you. Smoochies, 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 smoochies! Okay. Brian. I wanted to hear that for so long. An indescribable warmth flows down the very tip of my toes. I've never been more comfortable, yet I can't stop the tears from flowing. For Ion! Takes a little bit, but I finally realized that this warmth is what true happiness felt like. Okay, now that it's like shows more of him. I will always love you, Car. Like 50 years from now where we like learn to hate each other and like I don't know. Fiend! Okay, that's one ending. You'll be meeting with Prince Lucian next week, right? I'll come with. Oh, understood, sir. I thought I said, fine! And I'll join you when meeting up with Tyr and Zin as well. Avoid seeing them when you're alone. Oh no, you're gonna be possessive? Are you actually the jealous type?
Apparently. I'm as surprised as you are. Who knew love was so hard to keep under control? You'll probably have your fair share of problems in the future, but I swear to you, I'll give you enough happiness to more than make up for it.
This can't be toxic at all. This won't be toxic at all.
Stave, you're clear, Dia? Sure, yeah. Let's do that. And there's a little dot. Yeah, 1 dot. 1 boy, 1 dot. Well, I know we just had that moment and all for just got smoochies with Chris. But now it's time for smooches material.
Ew. Hey.
Never mind, it's not on there yet. Oh well, when it appears, I'll show it to.
Blooming for frozen grounds.
Tyrell's the one I had the most fun doing a voice for. But again, I am kind of really curious because this version of him did not have a lot of time with Car before the whole before Lucian's route.
The chirping birds welcomes in the morning. Though I know I must wake up, my body still craves the bed. Yesterday's training echoes painfully in my bones. I'll just wait here till Maya comes to wake me. Okie dokie, I hope you get some good rest from me. Thank you for joining. A few minutes later, I hear the sounds of someone preparing breakfast. Then I hear the dull thud of thick shoes on the floor. Those are not Maya's footsteps. Oh yeah, 'cause he's like, "You're the goddess reincarnated. I must serve you."
And she's like, "No, please don't."
He's like, "I must serve you." She's like,
Please don't. It's weird.
"Oh, I see you're already awake." Hi there! Good morning! Good morning, Lady Car. I know I'm like basically Sasuke with my backstory and stuff. Shut up. Huh? Please, sir, this is no laughing matter.
Right, sorry. Really thinking about it, it can't be nice waking up to such a stiff scowl.
I prefer the scowl. It was the smile that makes it so terrifying.
Grand Commander. Tyr's smiling, isn't he? I've known him for a while now, but the only smile I've ever seen on him is the crafty kind.
How can I make him understand? I told him over and over and over again that I'm not the goddess.
You may be a different person, but you're still her reincarnation. That's reason enough for him to serve you, don't you think?
But I don't wanna.
His sense of loyalty is probably heightened now that he knows that his ancestors failed in their duty. He's desperate to see the Ishik clan succeed as his sole survivor.
I'd rather still see Master Tyrell as he used to be.
You really hate him treating you like a goddess that much, huh?
I understand your logic, sir. I know just how proud he was of his family history. But I want him to see me as Carl Izell. No, I need him to.
You need him to? Does that mean you... No, never mind. If you feel that strongly about it, then just come out and say it. Tell him all the following around is annoying.
It's not annoying, really. His relationship with Maya is falling apart because he's encroaching on her territory, but he's also helped me quite a lot. It's because of everything Master Tyrell did that I'm able to live a normal life without fear of retribution from the royal family. It's awfully embarrassing knowing that he can watch me as I sleep.
I just like imagine like him like staring.
He's like, yes, good sleep.
I'm really giggly tonight. I don't know. Maybe it's the alcohol, but I like it. I like it. I'm in a good mood.
Car, do you know that you snore?
He's just going into your room. He's just going into your room? I thought he was staying on the other side of the door. His fucking face. He's like, really? It's also a bit odd for him to come pick me up once work is over. He picks you up? He said there may still be some who fervently believe I'm the goddess. I keep telling him I can protect myself, but he refuses to listen. And then there's the hand holding. He says the streets are still far too dangerous at night, but it only makes me more jumpy to have him hold my hand. I know we just finished your chapter, Creus, and we had smoochies, but there's something I want to check here, Car. Could he have his memories from before the fatal rewind like Zen? What makes you think that? He theorized he was never once attacked by the... Oh! But I thought we just told him that about all that happened, so... He theorized he was never once attacked by the Wish due to his status as a member of the Ishii clan, remember? I thought that was related to some protection that might have been placed on his family. And like, we told y'all all that like happened with like the trials and stuff. Would that protection not also preserve his memories? I don't have any evidence either way, but I don't think it works like that. If he really was protected, he wouldn't have succumbed to the sleeping magic. If he really did remember everything, wouldn't he have said something to us?
No, he's a shifty fellow.
I suppose he would, yeah. Unless... Have you noticed something? Has something made you think he may still have his memories? Well, I guess that would be a good way for him to like actually have feelings for Car. Because again, there was like the issue, like... It's not with the final route with Lucian. He knew fuck all about Car. He was like, oh yeah, you're this girl in the wings of Garuda or whatever. Well, he didn't have that connection with her. Until she was like, hey, you don't remember this, but like, you kind of killed yourself. Because it turns out all that you believed in was a lie.
And he's like, oh, okay.
Well,
yes? Oh, hi, Tyrell. I come to see you home, Lady Carr.
Master Tyrell. Hey there, Tyr. I feel like it's been a while since we've seen each other. Probably because we used to meet almost every day.
It certainly has been a while. And just when I was finally free of that vapid smile of yours. Keep it up and you'll wind up with permanent laugh lines.
Honestly, that might kind of suit him.
No. You'll be fine. You'll be a silver fox one day.
Carr, what's wrong? You look like you're about to cry. It's just been so long since I heard Master Tyrell using such a scathing tone. Thank goodness. Are you into it, Carr? I want him to talk to me that way. He can use his whip and everything. I seem to recall how happy you were when he interrogated you before. Just what happened during your time as an Inquisitor?
Is work not finished for the day, Lady Carr? Let us be off.
Oh, okay. I'll get my things together. Hey, Tyr. What are you scheming?
I'm not one for self-introductions.
Don't take it too far now.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I love his fucking smile. His fucking mischievous smile.
I'm simply fulfilling my master's wishes.
Pray to the master. Oh, and they're in competition with each other. Mr. Lister, there's a tad too much salt in the soup you made. I feel. I certainly hope you plan to take responsibility for my lady's health.
Due to her rigorous training, my lady has prescribed a significant amount today. She must regain the salt loss, or she will suffer from swollen limbs and headaches. As tonight's main dish was made by a certain maid ignorant of the merits of seasoning, I had no choice but to supplement it with my own cooking.
That brutish smile of yours belies your kindness, Mr. Lister. My lady prefers her food lightly seasoned. There is no problem with less salt.
If you're so fixated on cutting salt, then shall I introduce you to a job at a nursing home?
You know, I do believe a tavern nearby is looking for a new cook. You're perfect for the job.
Both of your cooking tastes good.
Why are they so antagonistic with each other? If the taste is not to your liking, my lady, then you are more than welcome to voice your opinion without restraints.
No, it really is fine. I think it's delicious.
I didn't realize you could cook, Master Tyrrell. You previously mentioned that your role was to eat the food, not make it. He did say that.
I started learning a few days ago. A few days?
Why go that far?
There is only one reason. I want to make you happy.
My heart drums out in alarm. When he smiles at me like that, my heartbeat gets no less than 10 times faster.
Squid! Thank you for the hydrate.
I shall hydrate.
Ah, shit. Okay, cool. Lid was on, it's fine. Oh, it doesn't want to... Why don't you want to sit down? Bleh. Sit down! Bleh.
Okay, that's good enough. My heart drums out in alarm. When he smiles at me like that, my heartbeat gets no less than 10 times faster. His smile is as rare as a shooting star. Made it easier to deal with before. But seeing it every day feels like I'm being overdosed on sugar. I'm not sure my heart will last. If you want to make her happy, then wouldn't it be more pertinent to remember her taste?
She very recently enjoyed a rather heavy seasoned appetizer at a tavern just the other day.
Well, do you just want to wear the maiden uniform too? Fuck you! Trying to steal my job, that son of a bitch.
Since I finished cleaning up, I'll be taking my leave for tonight.
Thank you. Oh, so he does leave.
I do apologize, Lady Carr, but a previous engagement has prevented me from coming again tomorrow. As my resignation from the Inquisitorial Order has been approved, I must clear out my office. If you'd rather I come tomorrow, I can clean my office overnight.
No, that's quite alright. You don't need my permission to go. Oh, but why don't I help out?
I can never allow my master to concern herself with such menial work.
I just so happen to be off tomorrow. Since you're always helping me, I like to do this for you in return. Once I served as Inquisitor myself, even if only for a moment. I once served as Inquisitor for myself, even if for only a moment, so I can at least help you organize your files.
Understood. Then I'll be glad for the help. I shall see you tomorrow.
Good. This should work. I can only hope working together can bring our relationship back to what it used to be. I wasn't sure if he'd actually accept my request to help, but I'm glad he did. The relief, though, very soon gives way to another realization. Oh, God. What do I mean, used to be? We don't have any former connection to each other.
Hi there, bitch!
But it's nice. It wasn't too long ago that Master Tyrell waking me up like this was unthinkable. He's far from a morning person. Inquisitor Toll even previously warned me to avoid him at all costs in the early morning. He must have forced himself out of bed out of the love for his precious goddess. Master Tyrell doesn't remember anything about my time as an Inquisitor. Sin brought us together this time around, but there's nothing else of note between us. With our goal achieved, we had normally gone our separate ways. If Master Tyrell hadn't continued to visit, then... If I cut off this master-servant relationship we have, then there won't be anything to keep us connected to each other anymore. My chest tightens painfully, as it so won't do recently. Every time I think about Master Tyrell, tears threaten to spill over. It's all too much to bear. But from what I remember first are his kind words. It's in times like these I wonder how much easier things would be if I simply forgot what happened too. And then I remember he killed himself. It's like, damn. I finished sorting through these documents. They should be fine for processing.
Oh, he still has his flowers because Conrad didn't destroy them! Yay! Thank you.
I'll move on to these shelves next. So that's why his medicine freaking worked. Because, well, she was a witch, but technically witches aren't real witches. The goddess and her fucking assistants. And she's the goddess everyone. No, I'll call her back for work. Blech. Can y'all understand me at times? I feel like Lordy, sometimes, like, I listen back to myself and I'm like, what the fuck am I trying to say? Because it's just... I'll move on to these shelves next. It still doesn't feel real that you're leaving the Inquisitorial Order. Did Inquisitor Toll and the others not try to stop you?
A lot of them got on their hands and knees and they all sucked my wiener. It was an unseemly sight.
I can't imagine. Master Tyrell often referred to the Wings as Grand Commander Curious' fan club, and the Inquisitorial Order isn't much different.
Unfortunately, I have no choice but to quit. Remaining an Inquisitor would pose too many obstacles.
Are you leaving because of me?
No, it's simply more convenient for me to crush the Order from the outside. Crush it?
You want to get rid of the Order?
Witches aren't real, bitch. I do. With the witches gone, the Order is liable to turn into a tool for those who wish to denigrate their neighbors. Yeah, and be like, this person's totally a witch. Blah, 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 blah. False allegation ship. Yeah. It'll take some time to dismantle entirely, but I need to start by spreading the very idea that witches simply don't exist.
You're incredible. You're always thinking ahead. You once taught me your precepts, Master Tyrell's precepts, the third. Master Tyrell's precepts. The third was to make decisions based on what you sustain. Make decisions based on what would sustain me.
What is with that abysmal naming scheme?
You name these! I mean, it was before the Fatal Rewind, so it only makes sense you wouldn't remember that. The second was to read a person, you must look at their hands. And the first was to expand your horizons.
Be safe, Dark Educator! They're nothing so profound as to be called precepts. I like I just said them on the spur of the moment.
Don't say that. They gave me courage when I needed it most.
It may have been the spur of the moment, but I'm sure I said it because I knew it was something you needed to hear. I don't say things needlessly, you see.
I know. You often acted strictly because, sometimes to the point of cruelty. But I knew you were deeply kind underneath it all, even though you kind of have a fetish for torturing.
keeping it in past tense, are we?
Oh, excuse me. I think you're plenty kind now, too.
I understand what you're implying. I'm not like Zin, nor do I have previous connection to you the way Cass and Prince Lucian does. You seem to know me quite well. But but the same cannot be said for me. I have spent far less time with you than the others.
Pain rips through my chest. Everything he's saying is true. So why does it hurt so much?
It doesn't hurt at all.
I mean, what? My face feels so warm right now. I feel great. Everything he's saying is true, so why does it hurt so much?
That is why I'm currently trying to bridge that gap. Huh?
My entire body slackens and the paper in my hand go cascading to the floor. I'm sorry, I'll pick those up right now. He's trying to bridge the gap? Is there some hidden meaning there?
Let us finish here for today. Thank you again for helping me.
It's nothing, really. You can ask again any time. Oh!
What is it? Your flowers!
This is Ishik Luxfulvus. What a beautiful flower. Probably just butchered that, but it works. Conrad had completely crushed this flower before. I'm so glad that it didn't happen this time around. What?
Lady Carr, I want to see your wish come true, no matter what it may be.
He whispers so sweetly that I am as tempted as if you were a witch.
If it's riches you want, then I will provide. If you covet the throne, then I shall usurp it from the Neshburns. And if you have someone you love, I shall ensnare them for you. If you seek revenge, I will dirty my hands in your stead. I will make them regret being born with a steady, reliable hand. Your wish is my command.
I want you to act normal, please. I don't want to become another Conrad. Yeah.
Then what do you want?
I've given you that answer over and over again. I want to go back to how it used to be.
How it used to be? In that case, you would disappear from my life completely. As I mentioned, I have no memories of those times. If we're to return to normal, then I will have to return to a life without you in it. And what do you want me to do?
I can't really answer that. I don't mean anything to you.
I do like you more than the average amount.
Damn, that's high praise from Tier. I like you more than the average amount. Then become my friend, just like the Grand Commander and Zen.
That is impossible. For you, that is. You are in love with me, are you not? Huh? Oh, why do I know? Oh, you imagine yourself stealthy? There is not much to be done, I suppose. Then this seems to be a recent revelation. I imagine you like me subconsciously for a time as well. I admit that my feelings for you aren't quite as strong, but I can guess how my feelings would develop with more clarity than I can the future of this country.
Oh god. Yeah, so
yeah, I don't really remember this shit, but I know you love me, and you are the goddess I serve, so I might as well try.
Damn, I don't know how I feel about that.
If I take my time, another man may step in. If I don't make you mine now, my future would crumble around me.
You sound like a feudal lord fighting for territory.
If you prefer a more romantic proposition, I can practice my lines for our next meeting.
No, that's fine. This is perfectly you. Since you didn't remember me, I tried to prevent myself from falling for you. I now realize that was cowardly of me. All I need to do is work to make you fall for me in return.
Let me tell you a little secret. I always preferred strong-willed women. I liked them to fight. I enjoy brats in bed, you know, with my whole torturing thing. It just goes hand in hand. You be the brat, I'll be the brat tamer.
Master Tio is finally back to his usual caustic tone.
Don't fret. My predictions have never been wrong yet.
I can't exactly say I'm relieved when I don't even know what your prediction is.
Read the room, would you? Bonk, you're dumb.
Smooches! And other smooches. Safe for Ion.
His lips alight on mine with such a gentle touch that my whole body shakes in response. You can't just do that! You're gonna make me fall for him, or if I get the chance to make him fall really well for me. Wait, I'll never be able to close the gap like this. I wouldn't be so sure. Nope. You have no idea how tempting you are. Oh my god! Your voice, your eyes, your lips, they're all incredibly powerful tools.
Yeah, she is hot. Car is hot.
So I think it's time I teach you how to use it.
The second kiss is deeper than the first. He claims that he doesn't yet love me, contrasts sharply with the deep affection I feel from you.
God damn it, Oliver.
Am I imagining things or not?
Finish!
My face is kind of red. No, actually, Grand Commander Kratos mentioned you were up to something.
Okay, time for him to die. Okay, time for him to die. Nuh-uh. Explain what scheme he was talking about. Damn, that ingratiating smile of his. I should have clamped his mouth shut.
If you don't want to make me angry, then be honest.
I was wondering how I could get you to realize your feelings for me. I figured that was something that may change if I acted as the goddess's servant.
That was all an act? You learned how to cook and escorted me to and from home every day, all for that?
I only had to go that far because you're too dull to realize with anything less overt.
I know I'm a bit slow on the uptake, but that's still a lot.
How else was I to go and meet you without an excuse?
Does he love me more than I even realize? He's so awkward about it, too.
Hey, what's up with that smirk?
Nothing at all. That's sweet. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But Tyr is entertaining. He's entertaining. Yay. 2 left. Zin and Lucien. I'm gonna... Wait, let me... They're not sent to my phone yet. I can just send them to my... They're not sent automatically. I can just send them to my phone. Boy. Never mind. Oops.
So, 8 viewers, huh? How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing tonight?
It's weird. I have less drink than I did the other night, but I feel like I'm feeling it more tonight than I did the other night. Maybe it's like I'm in a good mood. I was tired before.
Tired? That is fair, Odin. Bling, bling. Hey. How dare. Odin. A toast to catharsis.
I need to use the bathroom. I'll do that real quick, but let's see if I'll have some background music. Held a message for a reason. Misogyny. The dudes aren't slutty enough. Automod is funny sometimes. Where are you going so late? The only reason I could think anyone would slip into the woods in the middle of the night is to cross the border. If I'm wrong, tell me by all means. How the hell did you figure that out? So you're actually planning to leave Historica then? Why? I'm just going on vacation. Lucien gave me a pretty sum of money to apologize for the execution. There's not many places to play here, so I figure I'd go somewhere else. Oh yeah, you were like all crucified and we stabbed you with a stake. Nice times. Without even telling the Grand Commander or Master Tyrrell? They aren't my parents. I don't have to tell them every little detail. It's not like I'm a proper citizen. I could use a fake ID to get through customs, but if that's found out, I'm in even bigger trouble, which is why I'm sneaking through. Got it? And why are you even here? I doubt you're here by a simple coincidence. What? Why are you looking at me like that? No reason. I just feel it's best to be honest with your own aims before questioning those of others. I know what you're doing. You're trying to erase yourself from our lives. He looks good for... I know, right? Because he's immortal. I heard everything from Prince Lucien. You turned down an offer to work in the government and intended to keep to the shadows now that everything is over. Why? I don't want to guess at your reasons. You won't tell me? I can work with that. What was that, Lot? I put restrictions in place preventing you from leaving this country. You use magic? Thought you gave it all to Rune. Did you lie to us? I'll lift the restriction once you tell me your reasons. That's why his ending wasn't locked until we went back and said to keep our powers. I'm leaving. False imprisonment. When is the background music gonna fucking... Okay, I give up. I forfeit, car. He should bunker. Yes. Okay, background music. Cool. I can go use the bathroom now. Look at his. Eat a banana. No, I don't want to eat a banana. Boy, banana, terracotta, terracotta pie. Banana, terracotta pie. Be back. Oh, you threw a banana? It's already gone. I can't eat it now. My bad. Ball. A fish! I have returned. My face is so red. Oh my god. It's like, my cheeks are red. My nose is red. Like, my jaw is red. I'm very flushed. You're a lot more intense than usual. Did something happen? Not really. No? If you're sure. If you're sure, where's my phone? I thought I brought it with me, but I guess I didn't. No, am I sitting on it? Yeah, I'm sitting on it. Oh my god. I may be a little drunk. Just weird because I drank more the other day, but I wasn't really feeling it at all. Maybe because I'm in a better mood tonight. Maybe. Okay. No, if you're sure. There is one thing I'd like to ask, just as reference. What should I do to honestly express what I'm feeling? There's something I absolutely must get across, but I can't just muster up the courage to actually say it. Huh? I try to say it over and over again, but every time the words rise to my lips, I feel as though saying it will lead to a permanent farewell. Adelvor! Is this what I think it is? Like, a confession? What would you do, Hugo? Me? Well, let's see. If I couldn't actually say it, then maybe I'll write a letter? A letter? Not a bad idea, but I'd rather not leave evidence. I never see shit-faced. I never seen anyone refer to a love letter as evidence. I have to tell Zen. He needs to know I can return him to his home world. Yeah. I returned to this world without giving my powers over the rune, all for a single goal, to return Zen to his world. My battle with Ish is now over. I have a strength approaching Goddess Norna at her most powerful. It's far too much power for a single human, but I need it to help Zen. Zen has stopped mentioning his home. I'm sure he still yearns to return. He has a dream to fulfill back home, with friends and family both waiting for him. But I also think that if the option were available, he'd refuse it again. He once was able to return, but came back for my sake, so I can't help wondering if the very same thing will happen again. Those were the thoughts that filled my mind until yesterday. I'm a self-absorbed fool. Zen only remained in this world because I was in danger. I'm not sure why he wants to leave Historica, but he obviously decided to say goodbye. If I bring up my magic, he'll choose to go home. He'll leave. Just the thought of saying goodbye to Zen makes sadness and loneliness both coil uncomfortably around my chest. I can't just stay silent in this. I have to tell him as soon as humanly possible. I know I can't let my feelings sway his decisions, yet the words still refuse to come out. What do I do? As those thoughts swirled inside me, my ears catch a nearby conversation. Oh, buck up. This isn't your first run-in with alcohol. But this is bad. I started complaining about work to a superior... Is Car gonna get drunk so she can confess her feelings to Zen? Better let him go home at that bittersweet angst. Dude, if she chooses anyone else, it's gonna have that angst no matter what. Because he remembers everything for all the timelines and shit. He probably loves her more than anyone. Mead gets you talking. You're going to get that Arcana, something that Tyrell drinks. Not... Yeah. Our girl keeps, had an ability called Fatal... Yeah. Because he's immortal. And I don't know why he retains his memories. He just does. He's kind of like outside the... He's been isekai'd into this world. He was originally from America playing basketball. And he got isekai'd here. So he's like an outsider in all this. He's been here for like 100 years now. Subaru. I'm sure there's a character. I just don't know who that is. Because I'm uncultured. This is a shitty ReZero. I haven't watched ReZero yet. Mead gets you talking? Car? That's a bit of a slippery slope, don't you think? I didn't realize alcohol was so powerful. Oh no, yes, it does that for some people, but we can't be sure you'll react the same way. I'm also not sure a love confession under the influence of alcohol is the best idea, but I want you to do it, because it'll be funny, and we can be drinking buddies. A love confession? I have no intention of doing such a thing. Huh? You don't? Then it's okay, I guess? But you haven't really drank before, have you? Don't drink too much your first time and regret whatever decisions you make. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, our main girl can do that. She has a fail rewind. Like, there's one part where she, like, kind of gets, like, desperate because, her mate keeps dying, so she kept killing herself over and over again. And then he was like, oh, I can help you with that, because one time, like, she tried to go back, and she didn't cut quite right, and it was extremely painful, and he was like, I got you, B, and killed her for him. Kill her for her.
It's like, aw, thanks, Zen.
Zen, I need to go back in time. Kill me. Okay. People have gone to violent fits, burst into tears, or said all kinds of things they never meant to as a result.
I'll keep it in mind.
I definitely noticed there's like some otomes that remind me of a fucking anime or something. Like, oh, it's the off-brand version where you can date male love interest. Shit, I'd kill you for a stale corn chip. I'd rather not have to stoop so low as to rely on alcohol, but I can't waste any more time. Drastic times calls for drastic measures. I drink to that. That's not my drink. That is trail mix. What's going on here? Zin looks at the bottles on his... Bottles? How much did you drink? Bottles on the table with bewilderment. I thought you were making dinner. All I see here is meat and finger foods. Oh, she didn't drink. She gets a horrible kidney stone. I'm sorry for the sudden invitation. Do you have something else to attend to? Not really. I was planning on coming tonight anyway. To lift the spell, I assume? You're desperate to leave, I see. Never mind me. Why do you still have your powers? The goddess split her powers amongst her attendants, right? And you should be able to do the same.
Zen, why am I pissing blood? It hurts. All things come in due time. And now is the time for alcohol.
What?
Enthusiastically fill our glasses and then bring mine to my lips to down the glass in one gulp.
Wait, stop! You're drinking too?
I am of drinking age.
You only ever ordered... You only ever ordered milk at taverns. Where's this come from? The hell? Is this my fault?
I'm glad it wasn't painful. I bet that would be alarming, though.
The hell? Is this my fault? Did I push you to alcoholism?
Not in the slightest. The fault lies in my lack of confidence.
Confidence, are you?
In alcohol, my dear friend, my dear Zen, is liquid confidence. Blah.
Anyway, don't drink. Nothing good will come from it. I'll drink all of this, okay? I'll drink all of it. It's not good for you. I'll drink all of it. Ooh.
Okay. Zen's behavior starts to... God damn it. Zen's behavior started deteriorating after the 5th, or was it 6th glass?
What the fuck? What the f... For Ion. No, not quick say. His slurred voice grows sugary sweet, and every move seems more suspicious than the last. who he started across from me, is now sitting next to me. Zen, have you had too much to drink? Much prefer the blood than the constipation fare.
Says the one that prepared all this mead. There's no point in leaving any behind, so I'm just helping you clean it all up.
I'm thankful for that, but Zen is incredibly drunk. He had a glass or two of mead when we ate together before, but I never seen him like this. I thought his tolerance was higher.
Oh, found a mole. Right there on your neck.
His finger feels hot against my neck. My body twists away in response.
Did that tickle?
Alcohol can do this much? Thank goodness I never drank any myself. I want to see what a drunk car is like.
Drunk car?
As if someone bangs our girl car while drunk, would that be drinking and driving? Because I called her car. I don't know. As I am basking in relief, Zen's good mood disappears. His expression shifts to something more docile.
I'm sorry I tried to disappear without saying anything. I didn't do it because I hated you or anything. I just made too many important connections here. That was the best time I ever had. Being idiots with Cass and Tyr was great. I'd like to see what kind of future Lucian dreams up. Plus, you're here too, Car.
Zen's hand gently brushes the top of my head.
Everyone's gonna die someday and leave me behind. I thought I was used to death at this point. When I think about it with you guys,
Zen. I can send you back to your home world. Travel between worlds was originally one of Norna's powers, and I want it back from Ish. Since I have all my powers back, I can use them without any risks to myself. Once you're back in your world, you won't have to suffer under immortality anymore. I can fix everything for you.
Is that why you kept your powers? For this?
Zen looks terribly confused, but his focus seems to be on how I've maintained my powers rather than his return home. Norna's powers won't harm me, so you have nothing to worry about.
Of course I'm going to worry! Stupid bitch. If someone you love is killed, I know you'll consider using your fatal rewind. Can you honestly tell me you won't berate yourself if you can't avoid danger despite your precognition? Power has both banes and boons. I expected there are far more banes to contend with. I just don't want to see you suffering anymore. I'm sorry. I know you're doing this for my sake.
So now he's the one who's spilling because he's the one who's drunk. I should be able to still visit Rune, so I can give him custody of my powers whenever I want.
You can? Geez, that's the kind of stuff you should say first.
I'm sorry, I was just spurred on by your actions. I never realized how deeply he thought of me. It makes me happy knowing that now. Something deep in my heart breaks its change and soars upwards. My feelings for Zen had always been this intense, powerful heat. I treasured them more than anything I ever felt.
She wants him. I mean, fair, but she wants him.
Hell yeah. Zen, I want to go with you to your world. I love you and I don't want to just let you go.
But if we do that, you'll be the one suffering under immortality this time.
I probably will, yes. I'll probably also lose these powers, but I don't care about any of that. So as long as I can be with you, I can handle anything. So that's why, when I see like his design for the fan disc, he's wearing like a modern jacket. She goes to his world.
I don't want to let you go either.
Silence wrapped so tightly around me, my breath stops. Joy wells up within me. It is as if I was born to experience this very moment. Zen falls asleep soon after. After managing to carry him to bed, I let out a sigh. I was hoping we could speak more on what's to come after this, but Oh well, we continue this conversation tomorrow. Probably for the best after he's sobered up. Do you remember everything, Zen? Do you remember? Do you remember? Do you remember?
My head's killing me.
Are you really okay?
Yeah, it's just a hangover. I'm sorry for taking up the bed.
That's fine. Our sofa actually makes for a fairly comfortable bed.
You slept on the sofa? You could have used the bed too.
What?
I'm just kidding. If I did anything like that, Lucian would probably punch me right in the gut.
Huh? Why Prince Lucian specifically?
Because he loves you, obviously. It's only a matter of time before he proposes to you.
I can't say I know much about that. I want to go with you to your world. I can't accept any proposal.
What are you going on about now? Oh, right. Something about how I could go back to my home now because of you, yeah? God damn it, Oliver. Bark, bark.
Yes, and I also...
How does that connect to you coming along?
How could you ask that?
The maid's messed up with my memories. Did I say anything weird to you last night?
No, not at all.
Really? If I did, then just brush it off as the ravings of a drunkard. If I can return to my world, then I'd like to do that sooner rather than later. Tonight, even if you can do that. Tonight, even if you could do that. Focus, Car, focus. If you're not feeling well, then go lie down.
Yes, sir.
Are you alright, Car?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Did you catch a cold?
I can go fetch you some medicine if you want. Don't worry about me. I'm physically just fine.
Did your confession get turned down?
Oh, wait. You said yourself you weren't doing a love confession. Hi, Onyx. How you doing?
Wait. Am I actually right? Car, if you're not doing anything else, then go get Grand Commander Creus.
Yes, sir. I'll get him right away.
Don't let it get you two down, okay? This is the kind of wound time will heal. Yeah.
This is what I get for relying on alcohol to fix my problems. Trying to justify it as use it as a necessarily drastic measure. Trying to justify its use as a necessarily drastic measure was a mistake. Should have approached it head on instead of relying on some cheap trick. If I could speak. I was so happy last night. Now I feel as though I'm in my own personal hell. Maybe I should try telling him one more time. I should say I love him and want to go with him while he's sober. But what if he turns me down? He may have just agreed to the idea because the mead helped his mood. He'd otherwise turn down the idea. If he refuses the idea again, I might not be able to recover. All the courage I had in me has completely disappeared. It's as these thoughts swirl in my mind that I arrive at Grand Commander Creus' office. Car here, sir. May I enter?
Of course. Come on in.
Pardon the intrusion.
Oh, hi there.
Why is your cigarette floating?
Oh, I caught it. Something happened?
I was asked to come retrieve you. Could you come to the training grounds?
I'll be right there. Was this the medicine you needed, Zen? Thanks. I'll be leaving now.
Hey, you changed your name. Medicine? Are you ill?
It's for a hangover. He apparently downed quite a bit last night and came to get some medicine. Medicine I praise so highly.
Bleh.
He may not get drunk, but...
He was acting? He was acting. He remembers. He was just pretending he didn't remember. He may not get drunk, but that doesn't mean he should go to town. Go to town on the mead. Doesn't get drunk? Wait, what do you mean? Most people get talkative and peppy, right? It doesn't change in the slightest. Nor has he ever made any blunders or lost his memories for this stuff. Interesting. Just like stare at him. Interesting. Isn't it, Zen? Oh, thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing, Onyx. It means a lot. Jeez, he doesn't have to run out of here like that. Grand Commander, may I take a half a day's leave? Leave? Sure, go ahead. Thank you, sir. Ew. Well, well, well. Things are certainly getting interesting. Stop running, Zed! Crap! Stop! I'll never be able to catch up with him like this. Time to change tact. I pull on. I pull off one of my boots and chuck it at Zin's head. Okie dokie. I hope you have fun. Ow. Zin stops and I take advantage of that brief moment to jump at him. Whoa! Phew. You're not getting away this time. You remember everything. You lied to me. If my feelings cause you nothing but trouble, then tell me. I'd rather that than pretending it never happened at all. Zane, kids! I'm sorry. Nah! I love you too. More than you can ever know. I was happy when you said you wanted to stay with me. I wanted to take you with me and make you mine, but not if it means putting you in my situation. But I said I was fine with that. If you were, I'm not. I couldn't bear to leave you alone. But you probably feel the same way, which is why I thought it was better to say our goodbyes. Do you really love me? You aren't lying to me again, are you? Don't tell me you love me. I know it'd be better for you if I said I was lying, but I'm at my limit. Smooches? Smoochies? Smoochie! I've been empty for so long. No hope, no goals, no dreams. I was living, but not alive, like some formless shadow. That all began to change after I met you, made friends, found things I wanted to protect, and stood alongside you. Everything changed. You were like a candle, so small yet ridiculously bright. It was almost terrifying, and I was so worried about you I couldn't look away. You have a quick temper, trust people too easily, are prone to bouts of sympathy, and sometimes you smile. Watching all that got my heart moving too. You're my reason for living. Being with you was the only time I ever felt like a human being. That's not toxic at all. Definitely not. I love you, Car. I love you more than anyone. I can believe it. I could honestly live anywhere as long as I'm with you. But it's not to the point I wish I could just steal you away. But it's to the point I wish I could just steal you away. Really? Yeah. And it's a promise. Yeah? Huh? A promise? There is one single place where we can live together and experience the same flow of time. There is? It won't be easy, and the house is fairly old and beaten down. We also have some pretty awful neighbors. If you're... Girl, you work fast. If you're okay with all that, though. I almost gave you an answer there, but would this neighbor happen to be a criminally ugly and heinous individual with a snake wound around his back? It certainly would be. I first considered freeing you... Oh, there. Oh, yeah, he's talking about Ish. Ish isn't ugly. I first considered freeing you of immortality, But even I can't manage that. I like to figure out why I can't. But I imagine it would take far too much time. I figure the shrine will work for this, too. So what do you think? I know the location leaves much to be desired, but will you come with me? You're crazy, you know that? I don't need an answer right away. I'll wait as long as it takes. You idiot. Like I need to think about this. I'll be there wherever you go. I'll be there wherever you go. Whether it be hell or some crazy magical world with fucking Ish there. God damn it. I could just imagine, like, Ish brooding. Finish! His kiss CG wasn't as good as the others. It was cute, though.
What's wrong?
I just got a bad feeling like we're about to get some very unwelcome visitors.
Huh? I doubt anyone be more unwelcome than you. Whoever they are, I hope they liven things up here.
Okay. So that just leaves Lucian. But there's some things that about like the ending like of the main story that I'm kind of like unsatisfied about. Like Mr. Indy not really being brought up. I was hoping to like have a little bit more in these final chapters, but I'm not seeing it so far, even though they are incredibly cute. I'm happy seeing them happy. It makes me happy.
Lucian. Thank you for relaying the wishes of the Wings of Garuda. I'll try my utmost to see these wishes answered.
Thank you, Prince Lucian.
Do be careful. There are still those who believe you to be the goddess.
I know. Master Trio told me I'm actually better off acting as I normally would in times like these. I'm still keeping my guard up.
If only I could assign Zin as your protection. He left the moment he received his cash reward, saying he was going to make use of the money at a casino.
Let's go gambling!
I didn't think of him to be the gambling sort. Splitting the reward into portions may have been better.
I think it was a good thing, actually. Zin should learn to live for himself more. Please don't overburden yourself either. I can see bags starting to form under your eyes.
Oh, thank you for worrying about me. Master Lucian has been working himself to the bone recently. I think it's about time he took a break, but he refuses to do so.
It's not your job to provide him with... It's not your job to provide him with some of that respite for your paintings. Isn't it not your job to provide him some of that respite for your paintings, Mail?
You know I've been obsessed with nude paintings recently. If I had your help, I realized how sure Master Lucian would be.
I shall be taking my leave now to excuse me.
Oh, there she goes again. Shoo, he's invited her out for dinner. Where's your courage? If you can't find it, a proposal will remain more fleeting than any dream. If only it were so simple. More than courage is needed here. Oh, are you worried about your birth? You are in a bit of a predicament right now, to be sure. Exactly. I can't ask her to marry me when people continue to doubt my status as the king's rightful son. She may wonder if I'm trying to use her status as goddess to claim the throne, just like Lucius did. What am I saying? Should never assume something like that. But the last thing I want to do is make her worried. You've been talking to yourself an awful lot lately. Things must be stressful, huh? You'll lose all your hair at this rate. Anyway, stop saying such odd things to her. How will you make up to me if she decides to never come here again? Odd? You mean the nude painting thing? Nude paintings are a tried and true art form. The problem, Mail, it doesn't sound like a simple art practice when you say it. Even though I'm an artist? I suppose this is all down to how I usually act. It was enough no one even realized a witch has taken my place after all. Oh, so he knows. Either
Either way, I do think your lack of proposal so far comes down to your own courage, whatever surrounding circumstances may be. With the witch incidents wrapped up, peace returns to everyone's lives. I return to the wings of Garuda and devote myself to the better treatment and care of Garudas. These activities have brought me to the castle more often, but with the written requests now formally turned in, I'll probably be on standby for some time. I probably won't be seeing Prince Lucian for some time now that this is over. He'll doubtless get more busier. It's not as though I can see him without reason. He's back to being entirely out of my reach. Rumbling clouds formed from the emotions swirling inside me. As I try to pinpoint their source, a storm of a very different kind appears before me. Hello there, Car. Oh, okay, Conrad, you bitch. I don't believe I've seen you since that incident in Town Square. What brings you here today? Was this see Lucian, perhaps? I come to submit a written request regarding the Garudas. I see. I could have accepted such a missive as well. You're in a good mood today. Have you conquered your fear of me? I read the article. You are not a goddess, and the Rose of Tranquil Time only looked to react thanks to a confluence of factors, if I could speak. You were right there when it happened, yet you take the article at face value. I see. You deny the claim to the people, yet remain ambivalent on the matter towards the royal family. A good plan. One of Tyrell's making, I assume. But such actions would not save Lucian from his fate. Father can still disown him, even now. And he would, wouldn't he? It's clear that Lucian is the son of another man based on his blood not making the rose bloom. He could never let him inherit the throne. And what about you? Can you make the Rose of Tranquil Time bloom? I'd be careful with such reckless statements. You're liable to make an enemy of not just me, but the king as well. Good. What a stubborn young lady you are. Yet I'm sure you're just aware this country will fall into shambles should the Neshburn family collapse. If we disappear, the nobles will fight for the crown. Our neighbors would not let such perfect chance pass them by. It would be all-out war in less than a month. The goddess may have created this nation, but it was we, Neshburns, who have ruled over it for these 1600 years. Not one person could argue against our achievements. If you were to make an enemy of us, then we have no choice but to utterly and completely erase you. Only one peaceful method remains to us. All you need to do is become my wife. Enough your tasteless jokes. Why would I ever consider marrying the likes of you? If I marry who many regard as the second coming of the goddess, the Neshburn's authority will strengthen and Historica will remain at peace. God damn it, Oliver. Turn down my proposal if you must. I have no intention of forcing you. But if you do turn me down, I can't guarantee the safety of those around you. Why are you barking so much, Oliver? God. Bark. I'm not gonna force you, but there's gonna be some dire consequences if you don't marry me. Prince Lucian, this is Carr. May I come in? Lady Carr? I thought you got home already. Please come in. You know what? I need to use the bathroom anyway. Maybe we'll calm down a little before I get back. Lady Carr, I thought you'd gone home already. Please come in. We were like, dude, marry us. Your brother wants to marry us. And we're like, fuck that. And he's... Conrad asked me to marry him. What? He claimed that I could help stabilize the future of the Neshburn family by marrying him. He believes you to be the goddess's reincarnation then. But I suppose he would, since he saw the rose bloom right before his eyes. So he would use you politically. He also said if I don't accept his proposal, he will bring harm to those around me. What do you think I should do? I don't want anyone's blood on my hands, but now that I've given up my powers, I don't know if I can protect everyone like I used to. I even considered using the Rose of Tranquil Time to prove the royal family didn't inherit the goddess's blood, but that would only bring chaos. Conrad realizes that my status as the goddess's reincarnation is a critical weakness, not just for the royal family, but to me as well. I'm not equipped to lead the nation. I can't take proper responsibility for revealing the truth. And people will stop seeing me as human if this secret were known. I can't let that happen. You spoke of how people should take care of the world together, and this should render that meaningless. I would hate that. Lady Carr. If he's chosen to approach me, he must have had a plan. He has ever been skilled at manipulating information. And I am no more than the ordinary human now. No different than the girl of that night who died unable to protect herself or the one she loved. I have no choice. I have to marry... Will you marry me, Lady Carr? Like, fuck that guy. Just marry me. I'm part of the family. If you marry me, not even Conrad will be able to do much about it. And none of this would have happened in the first place if I hadn't offered the rose to you. And really, you don't need to get married if you don't want to. But if we can find evidence of his wrongdoing, we can use it to make sure you remain safe. I see, so that's why. Sadness sticks into my heart like 1,000 tiny needles. I'm not against Prince Lucien's proposal, not really. Yet all of it makes me feel is incredibly sad. But marrying him would certainly solve everything, and not just for me. If I make public that I am a reincarnation of the goddess, would you benefit from the marriage as well? I would, yes, but You're not Conrad. I know you're not trying to use me to stick a claim on the throne, but I also know that you are currently in a precarious situation. The people want to see you become king. I can't do anything for you in my current state, but I can make the rose bloom. If marrying me can see everyone's wishes come true, then I gladly accept your proposal. He's like, damn, I want you to marry me because you love me, not marriage? My lady, you're marrying Prince Lucien? Yes, our conversation ultimately led to that decision. You'll be the future queen. How wonderful! Prince Lucien's judgment is as perfect as ever. When did your relationship grow so close? I do know you met a handful of times in your youth, but this... Close, huh? I'm well aware Prince Lucien doesn't hate me. It's clear he holds a measure of affection for me, but this proposal was out of his desire to atone and take responsibility. But Maya will only get angry if I tell her that. Where did I put my water? Whoa. Where did it go? Oh, there you are. Why are you over here? That's weird. My lady, you don't look too happy about this situation. What do you mean? You don't have the radiance of a woman excited to become a bride. Please tell me if I'm wrong, but... Is this a strategic marriage? Yes. Ah, I knew it. Am I so easy to read? I'm a bit surprised, to be honest. I know you quite well, my lady. I will say you show very few chinks in your armor when it truly counts. If that's what this is, I can't blame you for the lack of excitement. You aren't against it? Why would I be? I thought you'd tell me that marriage should only be between those who truly love each other. I do believe that, yes, but I also know it's unrealistic to hope for a marriage based on love between nobles. Oh. You often hear stories of women needing to marry men of a higher standing for their families. In that light, you couldn't get much better than Prince Lucien. I'm completely taken aback. I don't know what to say. At some point, I began to believe I could marry for love. I thought it only obvious. Everything Maya is saying is correct, so why am I so shocked by this? Was there someone you were in love with? Someone I loved.
He's still my least favorite.
Maybe you should turn in early tonight.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Can't believe Prince Lucian was the first person I thought of. It would explain why I felt so sad at the prospect of not seeing him again. I love Prince Lucian. The affections I feel for him are romantic. By the time I get to scream at it. This is only my guess, but maybe the witch has indoctrinated... This is only my guess, but maybe the witch has indoctrinated you over these 8 years. If he has to explain how he was able to get so close to...
How can you say that with nary a trace of emotion? Does the heart even beat inside your chest?
Of course it does. I wouldn't be suffering this much otherwise.
Says the woman who claims something so devious as my feelings being part of the witch's plan.
I end up letting out a groan. I fell for him after saying all those hurtful words. I can't tell him. I could never tell him. How does he feel about me now? Love is quick to burn and quicker to die. I also have no idea if his feelings for me are of the romantic variety. If they were, my behavior towards him has likely made those flames fizzle out. He was so angry at me when I said that, so his feelings may have faded. His proposal was born from his strong sense of personal responsibility. I spent a week tortured by these thoughts until Prince Lucian asked me to meet him.
This has not turned into a good hunt.
Yeah, there's nothing here. So, why are we hunting in the first place, sir? Why are you hunting in your getup?
I thought this may be a good way to deepen our friendship.
I see.
That bush just moved. It's either a rabbit or a fox, I reckon. Leave it to me.
He holds his breath, his eyes focus on the target. He pulls his arrow back as far as it can go while he waits for his prey to fumble, and then his arrow hits its mark and pierces the rabbit.
That was incredible! This was nothing. I'll aim for something larger next time.
He's got such an indomitable air today. That's generally a good thing, but he also seems impatient somehow. Hear another bush rustle, this time with much more vigor. Prince Lucian immediately aims his arrow at what is likely to be a larger target. Wait, the sound.
Prince Lucian, step aside! Woo!
He falls to the side in response, and immediately after, a boar leaps out of the bushes. Just barely misses Prince Lucian. I follow up with an arrow into its back.
Okay. Are you hurt, sir?
Sir?
I'm no match for an acting knight. I need to train more.
I'm aware hunting is a popular sport for the higher class. There's no need to treat it with such importance. It's not a skill you often need to show off.
Yes, but the bow is your specialty, isn't it not?
It is. I'm more proficient with it than I am with a sword. But what does it have to do with anything?
I wanted to show off my skills to you.
No.
You don't really see me in any special light, correct? I've done nothing but floundered in front of you so far.
That's not true at all. You know your own weaknesses and work to compensate for them. If you fall to your knees, you always stand right back up again. Meanwhile, I refuse to accept my own weaknesses and am terrified of failing. In that light, you're invincible in my eyes. I was only able to defeat the witch because of you.
Please allow me to revise my previous proposal.
Oh, you just say,
I like you for realsies. Can I wife you up, please? Please? And you can peg me.
It went on before about how I proposed to you to protect you from Conrad and take responsibility for what happened. And those are not lies. But I want you to know I proposed because I love you from the bottom of my heart. To me, you are eternity. Time will never erode you, and nothing could ever defeat you. But you've chosen to marry me to protect the peace. You need to do so. Even without this union, I will become king and protect those you love. I want you to marry the man you truly love. If that man happened to be me, I would be incredibly happy. Will you marry me, my heart, please? Breathe in deeply, as if until now I'd simply forgotten how to do so. Clear air fills my lungs. I would say slow your roll, but I guess it's pretty common with like rolls and shit. It's the exact same question he asked before. And yet the strategy is also good. Yet the emotions that inspire couldn't be any more different. The joy I feel threatens to spill over as tears. Yeah. Not yeah, I mean yes. I love you too, Prince Lucien. Oh, I'm sorry. I swore I wouldn't cry in front of you. Oh, that's what I find so adorable about you. Little cry baby. Little piss baby. I'll be there to wipe your tears, so let me know whenever you feel like crying. I wanted to be the one who said that. Smooches? Smooches? No feet of white? Oh, Promi. Promi? Do you Promi? Do you Promi, Prince Lucien? Yeah, Promi. The sun won't be up for much longer. Once you're ready, let's head back to the castle. Okay. He's... Thunder roars out as soon as we reach the castle. Looks like rain. Looks like rain. Stay here for the night. I'll get a room made up for you. If I leave now, I can probably still make... Oh, hello, bitch stepmother. My physical wounds have long healed, yet I feel pain, as though blood flows from every scar I ever suffered. When I see her, I regress to the weak child I once was. It takes everything I have not to run away. Upon realizing my fear, Prince Lucien steps in as to protect me. Oh, you two. Ah, perfect timing. I just asked for Auntie Evelina's blessing on our marriage. Without even receiving an answer? As befits your common blood, you have not a clue how marriages between those of the high houses work. So long as her parents agree, her own desires are meaningless. Would you consent to my marrying your daughter, Aunt Evelina? Prince Lucien's fingers are tight around my hand. He stares down the two in front of him, ready to argue against them. If I leave this to him, I'm sure we'll make it out just fine. Once I realize that, I feel as though my world widens. I'm letting this woman dictate my future. Not only has she painted my past black, but she's threatening to color my future too. I'm surprisingly calm as I accept this and finally realize what I must do. It all happens in a single moment, but a moment is all it takes for a hot passion to thaw a body once frozen by fear. I will marry Prince Lucien. I don't care what anyone else says, nor I need anyone's permission. I will marry Prince Lucien of my own will. Lady Kahar. What a sick joke this is. Auntie Evelina, speak some sense into her. Do you truly believe someone capable of matricide can find happiness? My mother passed away from illness. I shoulder no blame. Her illness was aggravated by your birth. Yes, she chose to have me anyway. Yet she chose me to have me anyway, even while knowing the risks. Aunt Evelina! Aunt Evelina! Damn it! You win this one, Lucien. All the issues surrounding your birth will be cleanly swept away if you use the goddess's reincarnation.
Our wedding will be the first ceremony held once I become king.
What?
I will not use her. I can and will become king without resorting to such cowardly tactics. Oh, I apologize for being so hasty. I'd like to decide on the date of our ceremony after proper discussions.
I'll wait as long as it takes, but I do hope things will be resolved in under a year.
And that gives me plenty of time. I'm glad you're so patient with me.
Prince Lucian made good on his word. He dealt with each and every one of Conrad's persistent attacks and returned the favor twofold. Once Conrad and Evelina's involvement with the slave trade was exposed, the king acknowledged, or was forced to anyway, Prince Lucian's deeds and named him as his successor. And then, after his coronation, we were married. Are you sure about this? The king skipping out on his own wedding reception is all but unheard of.
That banquet will continue on for 3 whole days. There's no harm in a small respite. Would be. No, car! Finally, I can spend time alone with you, doing all the preparations that kept me away from you for too long.
It's what you get for setting our wedding right after the coronation. Everyone else was telling us to put some space between the two, remember?
I couldn't wait another day. You're surrounded by far too many dangers.
Conrad has no power over me anymore.
I'm not talking about... No, never mind.
By the way, sir. You're still calling him sir? I've wondered this for a while now, but have you gotten taller?
Have I? Now that you mention it, I do feel like I'm looking down at you now. It's a nice view.
I think we'll wind up the same height if I wore taller heels.
Don't do that. And you come back to being formal with me. You're literally my wife. Sorry, Lucian. Car, you're more beautiful tonight than I ever had seen you.
I feel like you tell me that every time we see each other.
How could I not? That's how I genuinely feel. I'm sure those feelings will hold strong tomorrow and the day after.
I am losing steam. That I thought it's only been 2 hours. Well, I guess 2.5 hours. I'm fucking losing. I was looking forward to see the others endings with Lucy. I mean, he's alright. I'm like, yeah, it's cute, whatever. I don't know. It's usually like, oh, the whole marriage arc. It was like, whatever. They're getting married, cool. I'm usually like, slow your roll! You know, slow your roll! But yeah, royals, blah, 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 it makes sense.
How can I not? That's how I genuinely feel. I'm sure those feelings will hold strong tomorrow and the day after. Time will only strengthen my feelings for you. It will continue unceasingly until the day my life finally burns out. And the final smoochies. Smoochies. I love you, Car.
Feeny. And I think that's it. What? There's more? Ish! There's more? I wasn't expecting more. What's up, Ish?
Finale for a pitiful witch.
Norna.
Hey, Ish! Hey, listen! I will not
Leave me alone. Oh, wait. I will not. Leave me alone. I will not. Leave me alone. I'm mourning Norna's death.
She's been dead for a whole 700 years now. I think it's time you finally moved on and get a twink instead, like me. You push all your attendant duties onto me too. All you've done these last 700 years is kill our comrades and plan revenge against humans to try and revive Norna.
That sounds especially awful when you say it out loud. You need about 100 rounds through hell to make up for all that. Oh wait, oops.
That sounds especially awful when you say it out loud. You need about 100 rounds through hell to make up for all that.
You are so annoying! Leave me alone, traitor!
There is only one traitor here, and it's not me. Whatever, I was just trying to be nice. Whoever comes next is on you.
What do you mean?
She'll be here soon.
She? Like, her?
She, her. The very one. Am I in Elysia? How odd. I've been sleeping in my bed just now. Car! It's been far so long. Rune? I've been waiting here, thinking you'll be here soon. You took longer than I thought, though. You had a pretty long life.
Oh, so she lived... she died. She was an old woman.
Have I died? From old age, yeah. You finally got to live out your natural lifespan. Congrats!
Why am I here, though?
Well, do you have any regrets? You usually reincarnate when you die. But if you're here, that means there's something you feel like you left undone. Regrets?
I suppose I can't confidently say I have none. All the problems were cleaned up, but I still have a few questions remaining. So, she looks like an old woman right now, or is she like...
You want to understand? Then ask what you will. Norna's gag order has completely lifted, so I can give you all the answers you need. Thanks, first. I'd stop if I were you. Ish.
Hello. Hey, Car. Time has not made that idiotic visage of yours any less foolish. I thought I'd get to see you all wobbly and wrinkly, but you're the same as the last time we met. How pathetic that you cling to your youth even in death. Okay, so... We're not an old lady. I kind of want to see old lady Car, though.
Souls project their body at its prime when people die. You slacked off so hard you forgot, huh? Don't forget she's basically Norna, so watch your mouth.
She's nothing like Norna. Good to see nothing much has changed here either.
It sure hasn't. We don't age because time has stopped here in Elysia. But it'd be nice if we at least grew mentally, you know. We're about to do a Q&A session here. We're about to do a Q&A session here. Ish, don't get in the way.
Get in the way? Of course not. I'm here to help.
To help?
Rune is extraordinarily bad at explaining things.
Now that you mention it,
when I was going through my fatal rewinds, there was surprisingly little of importance in all the stuff Rune told me.
I won't claim I'm any good at explaining things, but I think the listener's understanding plays into this too.
That's true, I suppose. I tend to be slow on the uptake. Let's test this out then. Explain what Elysia is.
That's easy. It's a purge for souls as they continue through the cycle of death and rebirth.
Cycle. Purge.
This cycle is a Mobius loop. This cycle is a Mobius loop in which souls travel. Life and death are all connected. Life moves towards death once born, and then towards birth once it dies. There are two souls that die while alive, too. This still doesn't make sense, does it? I guess it'd be easier to understand if I said that souls with a strong ether constitution tend to affect later lives as well.
Every once in a while you get ridiculous souls. The laws of conservation of mass supplies to souls too, so they're liable to destroy the Ecumeni's balance if they reincarnate as is. My job here in Elysia is to adjust those souls so that they're more stable. Wow, this feels so nice to finally get it all out. I've been forced into silence by Norna for so long that it's actually pretty hard to find the words to explain everything. But we don't have to worry about that anymore, so ask away. You aren't doing this on purpose, are you? It's just face. Huh? What do you mean? This cycle refers to reincarnation. This runt here watches over Elysia so that souls can reincarnate without issues. I see. That's easy enough to understand. That's what you get for hiding away in Elysia out of the fear of death and growing older. You don't have nearly enough experience interacting with others. Not to me, though. Not to me. I made my appearances in Ecumene and talked with humans there. That difference has made it apparent in our appearance, too. You remained a child by staying here, but I'm an adult despite having been born long after you were. Hi, Fromage! How you doing? You age? I always thought you were some kind of immortal. I can't believe I lost to Ish. Don't let it bother you. Amicability is far more important in relationships, and you far outstrike Ish in that category. Oh, gotcha. I gotcha. I'm well aware of how unpopular I am, thank you very much. That's one question answered. That explains why they look and act so different despite fulfilling the same attendant role. Ish knows humanity's sins and weaknesses, but Rune is pure and doesn't doubt others. Their personalities may play a part, but the time spent in the Ecumene is another factor. Your questions only beget more questions if you ask Rune to explain things to you. Why not strike a deal with me instead? Another deal, huh? That's how it works with us, remember? And this one is easy. In exchange for answering 3 of your questions, you will fulfill 3 of my wishes. Wow. Why do you have to make this so complicated? You don't have to listen to him, Car. There are some questions only I can answer, in fact. I think most questions fall into that category, like regarding the trials. He makes a good point. Rune only ever watched the Ecumene through my eyes, so there's plenty he doesn't know. I'm also very curious about what my enemy has to say. That's not a deal I can accept. What? Why not? Your wishes can't be anything good, and I don't exactly want to talk with someone I hate. How beautifully ruthless of you. How beautifully ruthless of you. I think that was Rune saying that. I wasn't paying attention. I was so high energy earlier. Did I waste all of it? Boy. Nom 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 nom. You don't have to make my wishes come true then. I'm eating Chex Mix. Nom, nom, nom. Water. Ooh, nice. I like them. Okay, am I good? Am I good? You just have to ask me, that's all. I like you to answer my wishes if you think you can do it, but I won't force you. Why are you so desperate? He probably wants to wish for Norna to come back. That I can't do. Norna is gone. I know that! I just said all you have to do is ask me. I've gone this far and still nothing. Are you really Norna's reincarnation? Oh, how I wish to see Norna. Beautiful. Beautiful, merciful, solemn, tidy, graceful Norna. What else would you call her but perfect? Perfect? I thought average to be a far better descriptor. Hello, Dekati. Darn, you live a pretty good way from your place, don't you? I mean, your place of work. Lordy. Perceptions like these would certainly be lost if I wasn't able to hear about them from Ish himself, but... So you don't mind if I can't fulfill your wishes? No, but I at least like you to think about it. I get nothing out of this arrangement if you unilaterally turn them all down. Got it. In that case, I'll take you up on this deal. So what is your first wish? Let me think on it. Let me think on it. So you didn't even have anything in mind? Sorry about this, car. This is all because I suck at explanations. It's okay. There are things I like to ask Ish anyway. Like, why is he so fixated on Norna? He probably doesn't want to answer a question like that. His memories of Norna are like his greatest treasure. How much do you remember about back then? Little enough to say I remember nothing at all. I did remember at one point, but that was decades ago. I see. I mean, that does make sense. That being said, I do remember speaking with Norna. It wasn't for very long, but it's carved into my memories. She was nothing like the goddess I expected. She never called herself a goddess. The humans did that on their own. I mean, I guess I can't blame them for thinking the person that saved them from war and strife was some divine being. Norna is not divine? What is she then? Norna is a species that exists at the summit of this planet's ecosystem. Brown's explanation is once again filled with indecipherable phrases. Wait a moment. Zen said something similar before, but he said about Indy. Do we finally get to learn about Indy? Indy? Oh yeah, I guess you don't know about that thing. It's that monster that looks like some massive stuffed toy. Look, thanks for the lurk, Spicy Fromage. Oh, the one that killed you a bunch. I don't know much about it since I was so scared I closed my eyes. I'm probably better off asking Ish about Norna and Indy's true natures. Ish was the last sentient Norna created. Created? Like as children? Do you all have fathers? Nope. She could procreate asexually. Asexually? So a virgin birth? We all loved Norna, but none of us could compare to Ish. His being the youngest may have played a part in that. But you know what? He used to get along real well with humans. After seeing the way he is with them now, it's hard to believe. Back then, I and the other 6 attendants hated humans. We didn't argue against Norna and Ish about how to treat them. Ish even got along better with humans than Norna did, enough that he made a friend of his own amongst them. A friend? This is only getting harder and harder to believe. He was such a good kid back then, so genuine and friendly. His human friend also thought of Ish as a younger brother, enough to evoke the sound of Ish's name in his own. Evoke the sound. His feelings for Norna are probably not the only reason he wants revenge. The betrayal of his friend may have hurt just as bad. Lucius Neshburn, the man who killed Norna, was Ish's best friend. Damn. Where's Rune? So, him and Norna has more of a father-daughter kind of thing going on, so he loves her. But probably not in a romantic way. Unless there's some weird incestuous stuff going on. Fucking Norna is asexual. Confirmed. Or at least she can reproduce asexually. Maybe you cut off her arm and like another person grows from it. Where's Root?
He left saying he had to return to his duties.
Uh-huh. So I have my wish.
You spoke with Norna at the end, right?
Oh, wait. You spoke with Norna at the end, right? I'd like to hear what you talked about. You may laugh it off, wondering what use there is in asking that now, but I
won't laugh. Anyone would want to know how the one they loved felt when they passed.
I spoke with her a bit as well, but she kept apologizing to me. I understand if she went to berate me. I was ready for her to hate me. But what did I do? What I did to become her sins. Brr.
I'll take Ish along with me. I brought him forth into this world. I must take responsibility for his actions. Norna believed the cause of Ish's violent actions ultimately lied with her. She was beset with guilt, such as Ish surmises. Should I tell him what really happened? I hold no ill will towards Norna. Were it not for her, neither I nor this world were to exist. I'm grateful, if anything. I also can't help but pity her. She was thrust into the position of goddess, a position she never asked for, betrayed by the humans who propped her up. I respect her, so I want to respect her wishes. But would she want to tell him the truth? Oh my god, there's a choice. Okay, I'll save. Zin. Oh my god, Zin. Okay. Na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Da na na. Okay. Norna did feel responsible for what happened, yes. She wanted to end things herself like the person who created you. As the person who created you. I see. Thanks, Ion, for the hydrate and the posture check. And thank you, Dark Educator, also for the hydrate. And another 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 hydrate. Stop! God damn. Make me, punk. Watch stream. Dark Educator is finally on a 5-stream streak. Wow. I've never seen that before. Hello. I don't know how. I see. Thus ends the first wish. Now it's your turn. What do you want to ask of me? Oh, no, 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 no. Why is there so much? I want to be more. I'm just getting like the joy of the alcohol is wearing off. I do really. Maybe I'll let us go through. Norna and Indy's nature. Starting out with a hard one. Half of this is just my guess, so this will be a long answer. Are you okay with that? Yeah. Go for it, King. Then let's start with Norna. You already know this already, but Norna was born alongside this world. She once said that she had to give birth to life in this world. That it was her duty. Her duty? Who gave it to her?
Your guess is as good as mine. Whoever it was, they're probably the real divine one here. Norna herself was created and entrusted with the development of this world. But Norna herself can only create incomplete beings like Rune and myself. Incomplete? We take forever to mature and can't reproduce. What else would you call a life that can't propagate? People are not born just to propagate. So he's infertile. That means you can hit it raw. If he has anything down there. Even if there is something presumably missing, just existing is good enough. I believe that's the essence of what life is. What? Those are just petty excuses. Why would you say you were born? What? You take time to mature and don't give birth to offspring, yet Norna still gave birth to you. She needed you and not for any duty. I got rather fond of lectures in my old age. You've always been a bit fussy. What you say makes some sense. We could never be imperfect when someone as perfect as Norna gave birth to us. That's not what I was getting at, but oh well. What about Indy? Did Norna create it too? Indy, huh? I asked Norna the same thing once. She said that Indy was like her little sister. Indy's a she? Her little sister? It doesn't make any sense, right? How could Norna be related to that monster? Norna saying Indy is like her sister has me curious. Me too. I asked Norna to explain, but on top of not being the best talker, she often... thought things were too much trouble to deal with. Never found out the details. Guess Rune inherited his poor explanation skills from Norna. Yay. Ish appears fully aware of her thoughts. It continues to extol her as perfect. It must be from the love he has for her. I've been killed by Indy multiple times. It also heard she's a popular character among children. Mr. Indy is a Mrs. Indy? It shakes his head with a weary sigh. He's just as in the dark about Indy as I am, apparently. Why does Indy harm others? How can her attack work on me when no one else in Ecumene can do as much as touch me? And why did she disappear too, as if falling after Norna's extinguished remains? I don't know the answer to any of those questions. Norna herself is also full of mysteries. I'm merely curious about who assigned her these duties too. The vegetation and the Garudas she created before us could all create offspring. Why couldn't she give us that same function? I wanted to fuck. That is a bit strange, yeah. Do you have a breeding kink-ish? Do you like him? This is just my intuition speaking, but I think Norna and Ending were originally one and the same. What? I'm not exactly sure how I got here from the siblings angle. Hey, I did just say this is based off intuition. I mean, I guess I do have some evidence to back it up. Despite her powers, Norna was unable to take life. This wasn't a mental problem, mind. She was physically incapable of committing the act. The fetal rewind was caused by this defect, making it as though her own death never happened is the same as refusing death entirely. Refusing death, huh? Suppose no being is further removed from death than Norna is. Even though she was reborn as me, her soul remains intact. Not even the magic she casts on Ish and Brune ever decayed. What an aberration she has. But she was ready to kill Ish at the very end. Just how was she intending to do that? And then we have Indy, who's the very embodiment of death itself. She can't create, but can instead bring death to all. They treat all life equally, albeit from very different perspectives. Indy is the death that Norna lost, especially since she disappeared alongside Norna. Oh wait, Indy is the death that Norna lost, especially since she disappeared alongside Norna. That's what I think anyway. The death she lost. That explains it then. Norna had likely planned to join herself with the Indy. In doing so, she would not only regain the power to kill Ish, but also have the ability to erase her own existence. What does Rune think? Nothing. Nothing, probably. He looks affable at first glance, but his concern and sympathy for others go about as deep as a puddle. Well, once you have your next wish, let me know. I already have it. I want to go to EVERYONEEE with you. It's been a while since I came down here. The crowds haven't changed. There are far too many humans and they're so noisy. Can't they walk any quieter? Shall we go back? Huh? Why? We just got here. And stop complaining, my goodness. We come to the EVERYONEEE via magic. Our bodies are incorporeal, preventing anyone from seeing us. My hand just phases through anything I want to touch. I'm a ghost. What are you spacing out for? Go on, treat me. So that's your second wish? I understand the idea in theory, but what do you even want to do with bodies like these? We can't eat anything or talk to anyone. Anything's okay. That only makes it harder. Tell me what you want, sir. Tell me what you want, goddammit. After some thought, I decided to show Ish around Historica. This is the gal used by the Inquisitorial Order to question and torture those accused of being witches. As the order was dismantled, knights now make use of it. Whoa, there really are torture instruments here. Wait, what chose this place first? I'm getting some really bad vibes. I figured this was a good opportunity to finally make my dream of locking you up become true. Next! Next! Scout. Oh, not into it. Not into it? What a shame. Grand Commander Krius, Master Tyrell, and Zen frequented this tavern. Their food is so good, even Prince Lucian would sneak out to come every so often. A slovenly place for slovenly people. What's so funny? Maya once said something similar. I think you'd change your tune if you would actually eat from their menu. Maya as well. I hate this place. Even though this is where Norna was worshipped, apparently the stained glass here is meant to represent the light of the goddess. Then there should be more reds in the palette. Norna's image color is and will always be red. Now that you mention it, we do both have red hair, huh? I wonder why they focus on blues. 'Cause the witch... But not when I say I mean like the whole framing Norna as a witch and stabbing her and shit, yeah. And the family Neshberens are like gold, blue, I don't know. I don't want to be here anymore. Take me to somewhere more beautiful. More beautiful, You lived in the castle as male, so you should be familiar with this greenhouse, yes? I am. Often try to tempt and deceive Lucian here, telling him he should confess here because women are weak to flowers. I like it here too. Norna's shrine used to look like this. Now it's your turn. If there's something else you want to know, ask away. What should I ask about? Oh god. I wasn't expecting all this. Ooh, I thought it was was just gonna be the guy's endings, and that'll be the end of it. I didn't know we get to see what happens at the end of, like, when Carr fucking dies of old age. What the hell? Ichi Clan Witch Trials, the Fatal We want to talk about the Witch Trials, I think. All your talk of conditions and contracts during the trials made sense, so I believed entirely that you granted Membra with special powers. Using broken rules to your advantage is what playing a game is all about. Your promise with Norna was to use magic for the sake of humans, but since she was asleep, breaking it didn't actually mean anything. Am I wrong? Of course it meant something. I may not remember it now because of your fatal rewind, but every time I broke that promise, my heart must have cried out. If that's how you felt, why did you try to get revenge on humans? This and that are totally two different issues. Then why the carnivals? There must have been easier ways to make me fall into despair. If that's all I want to do, then yes, there were. But I want those trials to show Norna just how foolish and cruel humans are. We are talking about someone who continued to curb her hatred against them despite what they did to her. I couldn't pull my punches. To kill and be killed is human. To judge and be judged is also human. There is no stage more fitting than that of a witch's trial. Witch's trial. Witch's trial. What if Norna hated and what if Norna hated and shifted from them to you? If hatred from them shifted from them to you? If Norna came back to kill me, that wouldn't have been so bad. If she's to kill me, that means she must see me. And if it were just for a moment. That moment is why I committed the sins I did. Huh. It's already this late. We should end things here. But we only visited the gal, the tavern, the church, and this greenhouse. 4 places is plenty for a tour. Oh, but there's one more place I'd like to visit. On an aeroship! What is this? An aeroship. I couldn't handle being on these things when I was still alive and avoided them at all costs. But now I won't have to worry about causing any trouble even if I get nauseous and throw up. It could still cause me trouble. It's not as if you can get airsick without a physical body anyway. Oh, good point. I get to actually enjoy the view in that case. And he just throws up all over him. Oh, look at this, he did. Look what he did. We boarded a sightseeing aeroship. I thought the idea on a whim turns out to be the perfect choice for my last view of the city. The city's lights illuminate this night like stars, yet they feel full of so much more warmth as I remember all the people living down there. It's beautiful. No, never mind, I said nothing. I fought for others. I believed it right to use my powers for the sake of someone else, and chose to do as much. Or so I thought. But looking out over this city now, I understand everything. I was always fighting for myself. I found joy in being with others. If I could speak with my past self, I would tell her that, in the end, I lived my own life. I'm ready for your third question. What about your wish? You can go first. So, what would you like your last question to be? So we can ask about Lucy's best friend, which was like his best friend, or the other attendants, or nothing. Lordy, I wasn't expecting these choices. Let me actually look. I got a feeling the walkthrough won't really. But let me make sure. Na na na. Oh yeah, there's a whole secret ending. What the fuck? Finale? Oh, the choices you make in this chapter don't really affect the story, but are basically answers to some of the plot holes that are not explained in the previous routes. Lucius is a sinner who hurt and betrayed Norna. That's all you need to know about him. It wasn't always like that, though, was it? Even the greatest of sinners were just regular humans before committing their crimes. I don't want to talk about it. If I say he was kind, considerate, wise young man, it sounds like I was trying to protect him. If I said he had a strong sense of justice and earned the people's respect, it would sound like his actions against Norna held some hidden meaning. If I say he treated me like his younger brother, that he taught me so much, and that I even know how, and that even now I believed he loved me more than anyone, not even I am that foolish. He betrayed me too. I can never forgive him no matter what. Never. Absolutely not. I understand those feelings. I first used my fatal rewind to get revenge against my stepmother and the rest of my family. And I bet you met those oh-so virtuous people that go on about how revenge is a fool's errand and that you should let go of your hatred. It makes me sick. I don't think you should pretend those feelings you have don't exist, but I think in saying you must not forgive them, you're denying what you actually want is to I think in saying you must not forgive him, you're denying that you actually want is to find it in yourself to forgive him. Believe it. Will you return to the cycle? I will reincarnate. Will I reincarnate, you mean? That's the plan. A lot happened, good and bad, but ultimately, I'm glad I was born. Why did you want to come to the Ecumene with me? No real reason. I just wanted to take a stroll. I see. It must suck to have me as your final conversation partner. It must drag up awful memories. That's how I felt at first, but this turned out to be surprisingly fun. I was skeptical we could even hold a conversation, but look at us now. It helps you try to answer my questions in a way that makes it easy for me to understand. I'm glad that I was able to see that you have a heart, just like me. I think the regrets I had all concerned you, Ish. Especially since Norna asked me to take care of you. What? I was so busy dealing with my own life that I wasn't able to make good on that promise until after my own death. I hope you don't mind that little snag. You thankfully understand the sins you committed, but the road of atonement is not an easy one. I don't know how much harder your lifespan and burdens will make it. If I'm able to do anything to help with that, it's to help ease you of one of your burdens. I forgive you, Ish. Carlisle no longer resents you. Now, what is your third wish? I don't need it. No? Then I suppose it's time we left. Wait. You know, I think I will tell you my last wish after all. Working for free just isn't my style. I want to see you again. I really, really do. I know you won't be you when it happens, but I'm fine with that. I'm sorry. Oh, look at her. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. I'm sorry, but I don't think I can fulfill that wish. The life I reincarnate into will belong to a very different me. But if you hold on to those feelings, we may just be able to meet again. Okay, I'll never forget. Goodbye, Car. Now I don't know why people are like, why no Israel? Israel, when Israel? I understand now. Okay, now we're just gonna look at the other examinations, and then we're good to go. We're good to go. Oh, we weren't supposed to tell him? Okay. No, I didn't! Where's the whip? That's with Tyrell, not Ish. I fucked up. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry to push even this onto you as well. Please take care of Ish for me. When I left Ish in my care at the very end, she likely never wanted to hurt him. You know, I predict in the next 5 years we're gonna have the Western deconstruction indie game that's gonna be like... I would love that. I would love that. I would love that. There's actually one I really want. I kind of really want, but I don't have a credit card. And it doesn't work with my debit. But like, there's a... It's not like it's not like gonna DDLC, obviously deconstruction and shit like that. But it's an anti-romance ultimate called Club Suicide. It was only $8, but then like people were like talking about it. I'm like, I was kind of worried, like, oh, this subject matter is kind of, and I don't know if it like treats it well or anything, but it's like I gotta have it, but I couldn't. Maybe it's like I was like, why do you get a credit card? It was just specifically for that one $8 game. I guess so. It was like, yeah, it's like, what's that called? The blue whale? Not whale, the fucking... I don't know. It would probably be... if I do eventually get it someday, it would probably be an After Dark one. Not for sexual content, but just like, yeah, you know. When I left Ish in my care at the very, very end, she likely never wanted to hurt him. In which case, I should respect those wishes. Feelings are complicated, interwoven things. Anger can be born of love, just as hatred can inspire feelings of attachment. I'm sure Norna's feelings for you were the same. It's impossible for a complete stranger like me to express how she felt, but there are some things I do not understand. And I'm like, I guess I could ask my... Yes, I actually, yeah. Yeah, I was actually suggesting that. I'm thinking about that. Maybe I'll... Yeah. It's like... Yes, I probably would commission them. And I also see the other style I like too. I think it'd be nice. I want, yeah, yeah. I would love to, I would love to see how they'll do with my After Dark design. I would love it. But, imagine, I could like ask my parents. I'd be like, Mom, can you base it with your credit card? I don't know how to explain it to them. I want a game called Club Suicide where you romance you get into toxic relationships with these guys that want to die. Please, mother, please. Pretty please. I'm sure Norna's feelings for you were the same. It's possible for a complete stranger like me to express how she felt, but there are some things I do understand. You haven't forgotten that she was the one who stopped me from stabbing you, right? You should think about what that action of hers means. Okay. Zin, eh? Talk about unexpected. I would have won if it weren't for him.
Please, mother, please, may I have one suicide boy, pretty please?
If you hated his presence so much, then you should have just returned him to his home world. Dude, but I'm like tempted. I was like, it's like,
Please, can someone just give me the game? I'll pay you back. I just can't. I just don't have an international way of payment.
I never thought it odd at the time because I assumed Ish's magic relied on trading of conditions. But I know now he was only ever protecting the promise he made with Norna to use his magic for humans and can otherwise use it without limits. I mean, I certainly wanted to, but transportation magic uses too much power. Just one will put me out of commission for some time, so I can't be reckless with it. As for why Zin showed up in this world, all I can really say is that it was an unfortunate accident. Norna once created doors to accept humans and animals from other worlds. She normally closed them when she was done, so there shouldn't be any open pathways. I can only assume the seams opened up where one of the doors used to be, and Zin unfortunately wandered into it. So Zin's immortality was likely punishment for coming here through illegitimate means. A cruel fate for deviating from the natural order. What I want to know is why he came back. I made a miracle happen and sent him back to his own world, so what gives? Because he loves us. Zin said that he went back to where he first got transported here and the pathway was still open. I'm not sure if I call that good luck or even worse luck at this point. To go back to what you were saying, you made a miracle happen. Could you have failed? What would have happened if you did? Oh, don't worry about all that. It's all in the past.
It's all in the past.
I should have saved right... God damn it. I can say I know the details since I've been hiding until now, but you managed to solve all his problems, right? All's well that ends well. Well, once you have your next wish, let me know. So, let's just go back to the choice. I don't need to, like, start over. Is Norna actually the Witch of Cessation? Or was that just your bluff? It's very much true, but said with a hint of irony. Humans once worshipped her as a goddess, yet they quickly turned on her and branded her as a witch. Do you want to revive Norna and make her to kill the humans? That would have been incredible, really, but she can't kill. She can, however, make it as though it never happened. The fatal rewind. Bingo. My ultimate goal was to bring her back before she learned to accept humans again. But once you have your next wish, let me know. Let me know.
Mommy, oh mother, please, may I have one suicide boy?
It always feels like fall. Master Tyrell was never selected as a membrum or a sacrificium. We all thought it was because he was a member of the Ishii clan. Our theory was that the family had some special protection placed on it. There's no protection. They're just regular humans. In that case, why was he never chosen? If he had been selected as a member, I never would have won. I suppose he would have been the easiest path to despair, that's true. But I hold no ill will towards the Ishik protogeners Shiki. Shiki never caught on to Lucius' lie, but neither did I. If I were to get revenge against the Ishik clan, then I'd have to punish myself too. And then if I did that, I would never revive Norna. So I just left him be. Simple as that. Okay. I repeated time and won against you again and again. What happens to those timelines after I left them using my fatal rewind? You think about the strangest things. What's so important about a world that you've erased? It's very important. Well, I can't control how you think, I suppose. I'll answer you. But keep in mind, these are mostly my speculations. I believe you cause a split in the world when you use your fatal rewind. I call these splits parallel worlds or alternate timelines, but let's do a thought experiment. Do you think you could use the fatal rewind to go back to kill your own grandparents? If we're talking strictly impossibilities, then yes, I think it's... Wait, if I killed my grandparents, then I'd never be born, which means... If you're never born, your grandparents won't have to die. If they live, they will be born and return to the past to kill them. If you kill them, you would disappear, sparing their lives. This kind of unending argument is called a paradox. It's also proof that humans cannot change the past no matter how hard they struggle. This is solved by the creation of alternate timelines. The world splits off the moment you return to the past. You can revel in killing as many relatives as you wish. I would do no such thing. Anyway, I think I understand. But Rune also told me I couldn't go back any further than 8 years. I can't speak for his reasons, but it probably has to do with maintaining your sanity, yes? I think he was right to put that limit on you. Even after I declared that a certain timeline was unsatisfactory, and it yet continues. Knowing that weighs me down with near unbearable guilt. If what Ish says is true, then maybe I wasn't able to save everyone after all. All that being said, Rune dismisses the parallel worlds theory outright. I do remember him telling me something of the sort before. He believes there to be a single world that maintains its internal consistency, even once the past has been changed. He claims up at the mention of paradoxes, though. I've given a pretty thorough explanation, but I don't think it's infallible. Rune may be right when we take the Garudas in disguise into the equation. What do the Garudas have to do with this? For the Garudas, there's Huma, was it? Garuda? You never saw her once after your last fatal rewind, yet she came to your aid. Garudas are the only successful species Norna created. It's not so odd to think they could retain their memories after a fatal rewind, and if they can, that means there is a single timeline. Then Zin and I would also prove the same conclusion, since we were able to keep our memories intact as well. So, who's all those guys? Prius and Tiro. They remained friendly with you even after the fatal rewinds. Zin's involvement probably sealed the deal, but there are other possibilities. You can also argue that by there being a single convergent timeline, the affections they have felt for you remained in their subconscious. Boy, my voice is getting tired. Ugh. Incredible. Crack. Huh? What? Your ability to view things from so many different angles. Most people would cling to their own conclusions, yet you choose to consider other options. I got him blushing for once. Snatch. Despite this, you get so narrow-minded and violent when it comes to Norna. It's such a waste of your talents. Shut up. I woke up 11:15 53. How did the other attendants feel about your plans for revenge? Nothing positive. None appeared terribly angry about the human's betrayal, and they didn't stop Norna from reincarnating. I hated them all. But I didn't kill them out of that hatred. I couldn't gain Norna's powers if I kept them alive. Only Rune managed to escape by running to Elysia. Did you ever wonder if you were doing the right thing? I just needed Norna to use the Veil Rewind to turn things back to the very beginning. Norna would be more willing to do so if it meant reviving everyone. Plus, also meant cutting off my escape. Looking back, I can see now that it wasn't like the other attendants were heartless, or that they didn't love Norna. They simply accepted what happened. They didn't even put up any resistance when I killed them. There's no point in thinking about it now. I killed them, so I'll never know the answer. But Rune is still here. It's not too late. I guess not. Why do you love Norna so much? It seems obvious to me that someone would be attracted to sublime beauty and yearn for perfection. Perfection? Norna had her own flaws, I'm sure. The ease with which she trusted others was adorable, and her timidity made me want to protect her. Timidness? Is timidity even a word? Since she thought most of us was annoying to deal with, I got to take care of her. And her poor speaking skills made me feel proud when I could jump in and help her. Not even her flaws were truly flaws. To me, she was perfect. I see. I doubt she'd agree with me, though. If she did, she'll never know to throw everything... If she did, she'd never think to throw everything away and reincarnate. That decision was the only thing I couldn't quite accept. And yep, I think that's all. That is all. Lordy. Oh, lordy. I think it's just DLC. Okay. I'm tired. I gotta use the bathroom, but let's see. Washi. I'm gonna try to see if there's someone we can raid. Thank y'all for watching. See you next time. Go, my children. Raid!